Hello, 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 nobody. All right. So I had an idea about this crazy stream on let's try and code like we do in 2019 or 2020 before LLMs were a thing and see how hard it is. Has it gotten easier? Is it harder now? Have we forgotten? Have we lost the art of programming? Have we lost the art of going straight to Stack Overflow questions and copying the answer without even thinking? Yeah, so without further ado, the idea today is to create a simple, uh, should we do a guest book? Yeah, so I'm gonna do a guest book with Next. See, so I love Next. It's the full stack framework because when you're starting many projects, you don't want to have a separate backend and a server. And Next uses Vue, and Vue.js is a cool framework. Is a framework for the cool people. So yeah, so let's go and see. Yeah, so I already did a video about Next a while back, and yeah, it's cool. So you can see it's just Vue.js, but now it's a meta framework because it now adds cool features. The latest version is 5, which is in beta, but now we're gonna use version 4, and let's see how far we go. So the idea is to build a small, what do we call this? Guest book. So imagine you have a website where people can come and say things, and the things can stay on the website for the people to see. So for this version, we'll not deal with authentication or anything. We're just gonna be able to store. We're gonna do basic CRUD. So store the things, then save them in the database and see how it goes. Cool, 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 cool. All right. So let us go to the terminal. Oh, first of all, let us just do get started. So you can see we're reading the documentation like it's 1499. So you can see there's a pnpm command here, in which you're gonna go to the terminal and try and paste it here. So let us just create a new project. Then let us call it a guest book. Guest book. Right. Cool. So So it gives us a couple of options. So we can include content. We don't need this for now. This is good if you want to blog without saving a database. We can do a minimal framework. We can do a module. We can use NuxtUI. I don't want to use NuxtUI for this. I am not aiming to build something beautiful. So I'm just gonna go with minimal over here. Then of course we're gonna use npm. Should we initialize a Git repository? Okay, I think it's a good idea. Then let us install dependencies with npm. pnpm. Yeah, npm should not take forever to install. Do you want to install modules? Let us try and browse and see what is available. This is for accessibility. This is for content. This is for ESLint. We're not going to wrestle with ESLint today. Fonts, no. Hints, no. Icon, no. Image, no. Test details, now today, and design, and V, blah, 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 atoms, bubble. These are millions. Sorry, can I press escape and go back? I don't want any of that. So we can just go now to guestbook, CD. Did I just delete it? No way, I pressed D instead of CD and it deleted. I hate this shell. Anyway, we'll do it again. This time it should be faster because I have the stuff locally. Oh, the spelling, sorry, it already exists. So this is our project. And the main branch is main, so let us just open it in the editor. Then let us look around. So if you look at app.view, we have two components already mounted here, next route announcer and then the welcome. I don't quite remember what route announcer is, but I know next welcome is a component that is inside the node modules, not outside here. So if you go to next config, we find basic stuff here, which is good. All right. So let us see it in action. Okay, so before we continue, I think I should I multiplex this, or I can just do then create new session, open the terminal, then pnpm I, just to make sure everything is up to date. Then pnpm approve builds, then parcel watcher, then ES build, good to go. Then npm dev. Then we should go to localhost 3000 and see our magic. So let us do exactly that. All right. So here, cool. So we have our basic Next installation here. It looks beautiful, but you're gonna write very terrible CSS. You have to write very terrible CSS to. Yeah, I can't write such beautiful things. So we're just gonna focus on the functionality of this thing. All right, all right, all right, all right. So let us do something. So first of all, I want to use pages, which are here. These are views, styling, SEO, meta. All right, so structure, guide, server engine and stuff. Yeah, we're gonna read a lot of documentation, even though we now have LLM.txt, recipes. It looks like there is a broken icon here. Anyway, so okay, so back to the terminal. So we're just gonna go back here. We can open on the terminal here, then press 2. Then we can do npx. So npx is for running commands inside binaries in the node modules or anywhere, even remote. But it's gonna try and first look for the module locally. So I'm gonna look for Nuxi. Then if you just press enter, you can see we have some things you can do with Nuxi. You can add module. So what you're looking for, you need to add a page. And Nuxi, add page. I think index exists. Cool. So we've generated a new page and pages, which enables now view router functionality. And I think we should be ready to go. So let us go ahead and see that. So if you go to our pages directory, we have a blank page here. And if we go back to the browser, it's still showing the old stuff. So let us fix that. Okay. All right. So if you go back to the browser, it's showing the old stuff. So why? So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So I can always delete upload view. This upload view is helpful if you wanna modify the framework so closely. I've never gotten deep into that. It is safe to remove if you wanna go the pages way and you don't wanna modify things, so let the framework manage the other stuff. So that if we go back to the browser, if you go back, yeah, I need to restart the server. So if you check the browser, you can see you have an error over here. Which means if you do, then select the first terminal, then try and run the server again, then go back here. I shouldn't have deleted it. Yeah, I've forgotten a lot of Next. Anyway, so all right. So it looks like I still need the upload view. Now, this is where we go the old school way. Look at the documentation, then let us just go get started. Then we go, not, is it views? Upload view. All right, so by default, we'll treat this as the default entry point of the app. One diamond JS is components and stuff, upload view, alert view, blah, 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 pages. All right, so maybe I need to clean up. I need to clean up this. So if we go, not here, quit, the first terminal, then npx nuxi cleanup, then npm dev again. Let's hope this works. So we've just done a cleanup. Then let us hope this thing works. Why am I getting an error? And the error is not showing on the console. The other console, not this one. So hydration completed. All right, we'll do it old school. So let us just do copy this and see what comes up. And it happened last year. What was the resolution? Additional server pages, next blah blah blah, render and stuff. I was able to reproduce the issue specifically by deleting node modules. All right, let us be crude. Okay, so back here. Then rem, then pnpmi again, then pnpm dev. Let us hope this works. Let us hope this works. Let us hope this works. It's still failing. I shouldn't have deleted the upload view, so let us try and create it. All right. Because I feel like I needed the route annunciator or something. All right, we have a new error over here. It's the common one. So we need to add. So we can do template. Right, then. Or do I need at least a layout? Which one is missing an end tag? So div template. Oh, yeah, there's an issue here. Okay, so and here and here. So let us see. Okay. All right. So yeah, it kind of works. So let me try something. So here they're saying, so they talked about upload view, but there's such a thing as layouts, right? Right, pages, server-side rendering, server engine is Nitro. All right. Yeah, so pages represent views for each specific route and pattern. Every file in the app pages directory represents a different route displaying content, create, blah, blah, blah. All right. Then layouts. Layouts are wrappers around pages that contain common user interface stuff. So I could use upload view as a layout. So all I need to include, this is upload view, next layout, next page. So let me just copy this entire thing over here into, into, so GG, Shift V, Shift G, then put, then go back to here, then try and, yeah, it's the one that's causing the error. Or is it because I'm missing a layout? What if I remove this? So let me remove next layout. Okay. So it is the next page that is causing the issue. So not very helpful. Okay. Yeah, this is the point where you just LLM the heck out of it and forget. All right. So layouts are wrappers around pages to contain common user interface, of course. Extending the HTML template, you can do render HTML. Okay, so up header, small. Yeah, so we, of course, we only have one layout and we're trying to extend it this way, but it's now working. All right, so let us try this and create a default layout. Okay, so let us try going back here, then creating a default layout, add layout. All right, so if we go here, we should see our layout, the default view, and let's see what's happening with our page again. It works. Yeah, so I was kind of rusty. I was kind of rusty. So upload view is kind of needed. You don't always need it, but if you have a single layout, it makes it easy. So of course, a layout is the thing that wraps around your page. Like for example, if you have a website that shares, what do we call this, navigation, you can put the navigation in the layout so that when you go to, let's say, the articles page, you don't need to record the articles page. It will just build on top of that layout. So that is what we've just done here. All old school, no LLM, no stuff. And the kind of shit that makes me happy. Anyway. So let us continue back to the editor. So remember, we are trying to create a guest book, and we're not gonna use Tailwind or anything. I know I'm gonna suffer on this, but you're gonna try as much as possible to just write CSS and just see how CSS is to fail. So the theme is coding like it's 2019, and we're gonna try our best to do that. All right. So we have our starting point over here, and this is the thing now. No, we need to go to pages, index view. And this is the thing I love about Vue.js. If you have a logic, you're gonna put it in the script tag. It is a single file component. If we have our markup, we're gonna put it inside here. And if you have our style, you can put it in here. And there's one cool thing about the styles. So I've seen in places like React.js where you have to do some gymnastic where you import CSS from outside and then you make sure it is copied in here. But now in Vue.js, if I want the CSS that I write for this template to only work on this template, I just add this attribute called scoped. And that's it. We're done. So any CSS that I write in here will not affect any other component or any other page. It will only work here. So we can start by doing okay. I don't like the way these templates are named. I don't like using classes for this stuff. So what do we do? What do we do? So we could do this. Okay, so the main tag should be in the layout. This is the div of our page. So can I just name this a section? So let me just delete this, then call this a section. Then that's our first section. And our first section is gonna have, we're building a guest book. So should we just start with the form, then we'll move it later to somewhere else? All right, so I think a form is in order over here. Then action, we can just put a pound sign or hash. Then of course, all right. So can have a div here for styling purposes. Then we can have, so we can have an input type text, of course. Then autocomplete, we can say full name. I don't know the autocomplete ones, so I think name works. So let's just try and format that. Then we can do, I don't know why that thingy is hovering over it. Anyway, so autocomplete name. Then let us just copy this entire thing up to this point. Then put it here. Put. Then email. You want to know this person who sent this? Maybe you can say. Then autocomplete email. Then we're gonna have another div. Then text area. Can do the text area thingy here. Text area name. Can say message. Let us just do text area. The ID. Oh, I've forgotten labels. All right, we're cool. So let us see how our unstyled thing looks on the main page. Okay, one. Yeah, not bad. So we have here. So we need labels for a form and we need a button. And maybe if we could hide this, that would be nice. All right. All right, so the reason why I put a div here is because I wanted to group them so that I can have a label. Label will ask me for what, so I need to put IDs here. So label for the ID will be name, then autocomplete name, input autocomplete. So I need to add ID. So this is just for accessibility. It doesn't affect functionality in any way. Screen readers and stuff can use this stuff to know what this label is for. So it is always good to think about accessibility. So we need another label here for email. Then it's gonna be email, the title. Is that how we write email, or we need a slash here? I don't know. I don't care. All right. So input for email, input, blah, blah, blah. Then of course, you need another label for message. Then the title for the label is gonna be message. Then, all right. So you can see we have a pretty, then the reason I put autocomplete is because now I can be able to do this, and it's gonna be able to autofill. It's using my old email. It's gonna be able to autofill the things for you. It is always good practice to use the, oh, sorry, I'm not showing the screen with autocompletes. All right, so here. So the reason for autocomplete is because of the browser already has information. The user has information that they might need to fill quickly. The browser remembers them. So if you hint to the browser the kind of autocomplete, it makes things easier for the users to be able to do that. All right, so back to the editor. Then should we do some styling? Okay. I hate styling things, but luckily our styles are scoped, so it shouldn't be a pain in the butt. All right, so let us style from the form level. So we can nest the style. So we take our form. We only have one form here, so there's no biggie. Then we take the first div. Oh, you need to use the ampersand div. Then let us just debug the way we debug CSS. So border 1px solid red. Hello, CSS debugger. Hello. It is now working. So if we go, let's just come back here. So if we highlight this, it is taking our form and any divs, then why is it not working? All right, so they didn't not do it correctly. So we're taking form, all the divs under the form should be, or should we add display block or something? I don't know. I've forgotten a lot of CSS. Guys, just use LLMs. Life is not easy over here. All right, so uh, all right, so this is the part where we just resign and go to MDN CSS nesting. You see what you're missing over here? All right, so this is just a defined syntax for selectors providing ability one to style a rule inside another, blah, blah. So that's exactly. So this is the nesting selector using it correctly. Then let us see if they have examples. Sometimes MDN does things in weird ways. So it is newly available. I have a modern browser, so it should work correctly. Should I include a space? So we have a parent, which is our form. Then we have a child, which is a div. So for every div, we do that. So we can also do the same for this. All right, so we can have a parent, then you say have a parent rule. Then every child we can do have a and stuff. So featured card, yeah. Also, we can also just do, let's refresh this page. We can also just inspect elements. Then look at our CSS. Where is our CSS? Oh, Safari. Layout, section, form. Oh, our CSS is over here. So the form is displaying block. Then we've tried to style these divs, but the styles are not. And all of these are inherited from HTML. So, okay, so when you scope, Vue automatically generates these data attributes, and it's going to be used to apply those styles specifically for that area. So it seems like our styles are not being propagated. So let us see what's happening. All right, so let us just go down here and try and do, is that legal? And see. All right, so back to the page. Yeah, it works. Oh, so you don't know, you don't add a space. So yeah, you can say it works. So you don't add a space, you just do this thing. So what we also need to style the inputs inside the div to make sure the width is 100%. So, and input. So width 100% of the viewport. Can we do VW or just to viewport width or something? Yeah, so that looks cool. Then we can do border. Let's do 1px solid. Let us make it gray. I think that looks nicer. All right, so let's just come back to the editor here so that you can see what's happening. All right. And let us remove our debugging thingy over here. Okay. I think it should just be 100% over here. Oh, CSS, oh, CSS, oh, CSS. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So that it can be 100% of the container. So that if we say our width here of the parent, if we put the width as, let's say, we can do 50 viewport width or something. I don't know what VW means. I don't remember. Yeah, cool. So it respects that. Then if we'll do the rest later. So let us add some padding here. So I like making it easy for me. Just remember padding top. Let me add like 2px and see how that looks. Okay. Yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay, so let us add some border radius. So we can also do variables, CSS variables, like blah blah blah. But yeah, we just want to create a nice guestbook. We're not here for CSS masterclass and stuff. So let us just try and do now. I like having some 5px borders. CSS people know border. Is that the correct syntax? I don't know. All right. All right. So border is a shorthand property. Border is a shorthand property. So I need to just go straight. say border radius 5px, then come back here. Let's see how that looks. 5px is too much, but yeah, don't worry about that much. So then also let us do margin. Should we do just margin or margin top, then margin bottom? Okay, this is easier for me to remember than remembering the entire shorthand of margin, because I think you always start with X, Y, and then Z, and then Yankee. But let us do some margin top of like 4px. As I told you, it's not gonna be beautiful. It is not gonna be beautiful. Margin shouldn't be here. So margin should be on the div side of things here. Let us try and debug with 40px. Margin 40px. Yeah, it works. So let us do like 8px. 8px so that it can carry nicely with the label, the input and stuff. Then the form itself. The form itself can be a nice card. There's nothing like card in CSS. That is a bootstrap thing, so you have to create the card. So we can give it a border. We can go the shorthand here. I think this is what I mostly remember. 1px solid. Let us just do gray over here and see how that looks. Yeah, it is still full width. So I think the width over here should come to this place. Let us add some space. Let us format this. Then, so if you look at this, yeah, so that kind of looks good. But now you can see the input is overflowing. All right, so there's some margin somewhere that is margin top or some padding of margin. All right, so with 100% of the parent, and the parent, I don't know, let me just put 90% here. I'm not gonna debug CSS. That is not even the main thing you're doing. No, I accidentally quit NVim. Ah, this is now the problem with keyboard centric thing is. All right, so big G. Okay. Now I've closed the what do you call this? I've closed the terminal because I quit NeoVim, so I need to do p npm dev again here so that our browser can refresh. I honestly don't know why my thing is my input is overflowing, or is it? So input padding top border is 1px, border radius 5px. I'll resist the border radius. So let me just try and put the width to 70 and see what happens. Nothing happens. Imagine debugging CSS. One should live like this. So let us do 70 over here. Why? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this to me? You know what? Or is it this display block over here? Sometimes I don't know what CSS things mean. It's not that. All right. So if you look at our web page, why is it? No, what? Or is it because it's SSR? So let us try for page. Now what? Now are you breaking all of a sudden? Is there an error on the page or something? I don't know, man. Okay, Shift Option D in the browser to do the thing. Why are you erroring? You were just 5 seconds ago. Oh. I think it has an issue with SSR or something. So let us try and I honestly don't know what's happening with Next. Not you. Let us see next config, compatibility, DevTools. Let me try and disable DevTools. I'm not even using it. So false. Then if you go back here, it renders, then it fails. Ah, yeah. All right. So okay. So I'm trying to turn SSR to off. Let me just restart this. I know it automatically restarts, but let me just try and do that. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, just do LLMs, guys. Okay. Why? Oh, so let us check on this error. See what's happening. I'm not even using the UI app, but it might be related. This can help. It is weird because it was working seconds ago. Yeah, now, so because you're coding like since 2019, this is what we do. You just come here, copy the entire thing, then go to your editor. Let us go back to the editor. Then here on the next config, you go to build, then then you call transfile, then I think view. Let me just check. Okay, so transfile, it takes an array. So let us do view here. Why? Why would this be a thing? So it did not solve our issue, and we're not using NuxtJS. So let us just go back. Go back. It is pain, guys. Just use LLMs. It is pain. That is not our answer. This is from 3 years ago. I have a message here on Stack Overflow. Oh yeah, it's some comment from a question I asked in the previous era of software engineering. So of course we have a scoped thingy here. We have example components. Oh, you're using rollup because Vite uses rollup under the hood. Yes, any idea about this problem? Now you see the thing I've just done. I have not read the entire question. I've gone straight to the answers. That's on brand. Anyway, they're using Webpack, Symlinks, False, Module View. Yeah, this answer is so old. Nobody remembers what Webpack is. Who the fuck remembers what Webpack is? Nobody. Okay, okay. I honestly don't know. So, yeah, coding used to suck before LLMs, right? Because this is the entire thing. What's happening? It was just fine. It was fine a second ago. Okay, so I'm doing something that I'm not sure it will work, but it's better to do something than to do nothing. So npx Nuxie. No, I already have that. Thank you for being an idempotent and not creating a new one. Oh, I'm not showing you guys what I'm doing. So I'm here. I was trying to create a new to clean up, then I accidentally cre- rerun the thingy for creating a new layer. So let me clean up. Then because there's a lot of caching with this meta frameworks and stuff. So let me also npx rm rf node modules. Then let me just do npm dev again. Oh, where am I? Did I remove everything I own? pnpmi. Let me just do npx nuxi upgrade and see. Let me recreate it. Yeah, maybe there's a bug. Okay, now the problem with these frameworks, a lot changes in a day. Maybe the issue I'm facing has already been fixed. So, and this is why I'm doing this. Yeah, and let me hope it will work. All right, so let us now also do pnpm upgrade. Make sure all the teeny tiny pnpm. What does pnpm stand for? Yeah, I'm gonna have to end the stream in like 6 minutes so that we can continue having this fun tomorrow. So if it doesn't work, we're gonna debug more tomorrow, pnpm. But the whole point of this stream and the upcoming streams is for us to debug, to get into the issues, then go try and solve them without using an LLM, just doing the good old Google. So it might not look productive because we've not done much in today's stream, but it is very helpful in the end. It is the whole point of the stream. So yeah, it is for me. Yeah, after a day of prompt engineering and stuff, I just want to do things the old way, and this is me doing that, right? So yeah, hopefully tomorrow we're gonna have some more luck because I don't see us having luck today. All right. All right, so we have internal server error, current rendering insert, evaluating current rendering instance of CE. So we failed some other place again. So maybe we tried everything. All right. Do layouts allow us to remove app.view? I suspect it does because I have so many production Next apps without app.view. All right, so a leap of faith. Okay. Now, if we go, oh yeah, I'm not showing the exact thing I'm doing. So I've removed app.view. Let us see. Yeah, it is even worse. All right, so let us go back here to the first terminal. Let us try and npm dev. Then let us go back to our browser. I do not know. Evaluating. I honestly don't know what's happening. It was fine a second ago. Is it a problem with the layouts file? So in our layouts file, we have uh, staff and slots. You have our pages over here. Nux should be smart enough to do that. Or is it a problem with how scoped we are? Because it will be a weird bug. So another issue is that here I'm trying to I've removed the scoped part. And let us see. So the other issue is that the issue might be upstream with Vue.js, not even Next. I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. I do not know. Am I missing something? Am I? So if we do, we're at layouts. So I still need app.view. So I think my knowledge is from the previous versions of Next. So I feel like I still need app.view this way. Layouts are enabled by adding Next layout into your app.view. So I need to come here, up, create app.view again for the second time. You don't want to leave my life. Now, could you please work? Oh yeah, so back to the editor. I have indeed added copied the stuff and added it to app.view. All right. So let us hope this would work. All right. So if we go back here, no, it is fine. Now we have an error still. All right. Let us just continue with the documentation. Then set layout property. Yeah, but I do not need to set it because the default is the default one. But let us just try and do that. Maybe the rules changed. It has been a minute. So let us go up here. Then why did paste false here? All right. So let us call define page meta. I think it takes an object. And then let us call layout. It should automatically autofill default. So this sounds pointless because, oh yeah, I forgot to switch back to the editor. All right, so this doing default seems pointless because the default should be the default. In good programming, when exposing APIs, the user should not have to define the default thing. I should only need to define this if I'm using another layout for this page. But let us go to a page and look. We're still encountering an error again. So if no layout is yeah, it's here. So I'm right. So if no layout is specified, the default will be used. If you only have a single layout in your application, we recommend using app.view instead. All right, so this is how it looks. We've done something similar. We have a slot. We can have multiple. Then you have pages above. So language declare next app interface custom. I don't know what this is. I don't know what's happening over here. I don't know. Okay. You can override that. So let's just go. Yeah, this is cool. You can change dynamically. But my thing is not compiling. What should be an app view? This is the main component of my application. If you have app.pages directly, yeah, it is optional. I was right about this part. So I was not gaslighting myself. So this can go safely. Then I do not need, let me go back to the editor. So I've removed upload view. Then this can remain the way it is. I do not need to define the layout because I'm using the default one. Then let us see, where is this error coming from? Ah, answers overflow. Why are you verifying my browser? Hi Polak, I'm Kappa AI, blah blah blah. Based on your error message, the inconsistent rendering server. I am not doing any of this. Number two, I'm not doing that. Damn AI. AI sucks. Why would you answer such a long question? Alright, verify inactive versions. I'm not using any of this. Kappa.ai. Okay, doesn't it? Yeah, we're doing good stuff here. Or is it my CSS? It is not even the same error. This is from 2020. Ah, okay, let us try and use our knowledge to see what might be going on wrong here. Could it be my styles? Maybe I have an issue with the CSS and it's fucking the things up. So let me just do this. So I'm removing the CSS. Then let us go back. So maybe it is just a small CSS syntax error. It is not. Oh, let me try and what do we call this? Restart the server. Let me clean up npx nuxi clean up. Then run dev. Then let us just check on our friend over here. What is the issue, man? All right, so okay, let us return our things over here, the CSS. Okay, so let us look for issues. But if it could have been an issue, it should show it's an issue. So probably have an issue with our build. I honestly don't see the problem over here. What? So I've just if you check, I've removed SSR false and suddenly it works. I don't know why it works. I don't understand. This is why we always say if it works, do not touch it. Nobody knows why it works. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna be wrapping up this stream. Let me just complete the markup. Then from tomorrow, we're gonna pick it up from here and try to complete this guest book. This is a hard day of hard work. Uh, yeah, it feels good. So and also today's stream was just a tryout. I wasn't sure how it was gonna go, but I feel like it was pretty much successful. So and also the usual time for the stream is gonna be 10 a.m. to, is it 10 to 11? Today I had to move it because I had another meeting in the morning. But from Monday to Friday, 10 to 11, catch me up on the stream as we continue building like to the 90. I hope tomorrow is gonna be more fun than it was today. But other than that, yeah, let's see what the future holds for the stream. So, sorry guys, I wasn't even looking at the chat. I didn't know people were here. Uh, yes, this is Vim. Uh, I didn't know people were in the chat. I'm sorry. I didn't expect people to be here. So tomorrow we'll also have the chat live and stuff. Okay, so yes, this is NeoVim. I can share my config later. And also, yeah, nothing else. So catch me tomorrow at 10 a.m. East African time to 11 so that we can continue to build this guest book. And that's it for today. See you on the next. Bye bye.